Says I'm live again. Oh, there's 9. Now we're popping up. Am I on? I'm on. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. This is our second attempt. Didn't work the first time. Haven't done a live on YouTube in maybe 4 years. I have no idea. But we're hanging out in the new studio space today. Here's a little sneak peek. I'm at the conference table. There's Mel back there. There's Burke's office. There's our calendar for the year. All kinds of cool stuff. And I am just going to go live and answer you guys' questions while I do some book signing. We sign every single book on our website. This is our pregnancy book for men, A Dude's Guide to Baby Size. If you know a dude whose wife is pregnant, it's a good one for you. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Now we got comments. We got people. Now I'm going to struggle to keep up. Will you come out to a California tour? Yes, we were in Sacramento last year. And there is some California dates that came my way for next year. So I think we will be coming out to Sacramento. I want to get a show in Southern California just because we lived there for 10 years. So I got a bunch of people there. Yeah. Will we drool? Oh, no. All right. We might have to.
I can get it.
There you go. Hey, Heidi's here.
Hey.
Why did you decide to get a studio space? Honestly, it was kind of a long time coming. Just because as the business grew, so did the need to, basically like we started getting more and more opportunities. But in order to take on those opportunities, we had to hire people to help us. So the team grew, and then we just all worked off of laptops and would, talk to each other online. Say hi, Heidi.
Hello.
And we did that for several years. And then this space became available fairly close to our house. And we're like, oh, that'd be awesome because then we could all be in the same space collaborating together. But then also it gives us takes a lot of the stuff that we've accumulated for the business out of the house. So we didn't have to have so much stuff in our house. But then also it gives us just more work-life separation. When you have created a job out of kind of your home life and your family life, it gets very blurry a lot. So having this space allows us to kind of come here, unless we're shooting, we still shoot at the house a lot, but allows us to not be working from the house so much. So when we're home, we can just be home with our kids, and our kids don't feel like they're always, at work or whatever.
Or that
we're always at work. That's a better way to say it.
Yeah. Our kids don't have to work.
Yeah. Any chance Super Dad is coming back? Ah, man, I wish it was coming back too. I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't talked to anybody over at the network in a while. We had a lot of fun making that show, and we're very proud of that show.
Yeah.
It was also very hard. It was so much work to pull that off. I think we did pull it off, but man, was it difficult. Yeah, but I still keep in touch with a bunch of the dads from the show that we built stuff with. So if they ever came back to me and they wanted to do it, and there was a plan to make it more feasible for just the crew and everything, I'd be totally game for it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, great show, great network, great team. All of it was awesome. But things aren't simple.
No, things aren't simple. Let's see, Matt.
Someone asked how the kids are. They're great.
Nobody's sick right now?
Yeah, we had all the sickness for like 6 weeks. Like, I think from January 6th to January 28th, somebody was home every single day. So didn't get a lot done. But they're doing all kinds of stuff. Juno does gymnastics. Theo just started piano lessons with oh my gosh. School of Rock with School of Rock, and he's loving that. He like learns new songs every day. It's so different than the way that I learned piano, because I started playing piano when I was 3, but I had to learn like how to use my fingers and like theory and like rhythm and all that stuff. But he just goes and they just teach him a song and he just plays that. So he's absolutely loving that.
Enjoyed your show in Tampa. Thank you. We had fun. It's so much fun. We've been having so much fun on the road. Somebody else asked when the next build for your kids is coming. Soon. I've got a whole bunch of ideas written down. It's just been a very busy time of the year when we're on our comedy tour. We haven't been home. At least I haven't been home on a weekend in, I think, 2 months.
Yeah.
And that's not all shows. Some of that's family things. But we have 4 more weekends where we're gone. So then after that, the tour will be over. Things will start to slow down. It'll be summer. So we'll be doing more builds and stuff.
Okay, this one, someone asked us like what the hardest day in filming has been.
Hardest day?
Yeah, what was like the hardest day of filming ever?
I don't know. I try to block that stuff out. The hardest thing for me always, I won't give you the hardest day, but the hardest thing for me is starting. Like it's hard to just like I can get an idea and be like excited about it, but to actually go like, okay, let's go start filming. Sometimes it's easy with the right idea, but other times it's really easy to like procrastinate and drag your feet and find little things to, yeah. Chad says, love your family. You do more than you know. God bless. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate you.
How do you encourage good values to your kids?
Lead by example.
Well, you lead by example, but also
we talk about it a lot.
We just are very open with each other about our struggles, which thus helps our kids be open with us about their struggles. And so I don't know. I think we just try to help them learn good boundaries while also like not taking everything so seriously and like not getting like too overwhelmed. Does that make sense? Not getting too overwhelmed with life and kind of learning to roll with the punches.
Connecticut was fun. We had fun in Connecticut. We just had a show in Connecticut. Were you at the show?
We stayed at the
Danielle?
Foxwoods Resort. After that, Theo told us that was probably the best trip that he thinks he will ever be on. But
yeah.
Like, what's crazy is they're opening a Great Wolf Lodge at that location, and that wasn't even open. So if that goes to show like how much he loved that place without even having a pool or anything, like or like stuff like that there. I mean,
yeah, we have a vlog coming out hopefully next week of our last stand-up run, but our oldest son Theo and DJ's oldest son Ollie came with. They're both 9 years old, and they came on the road with us, and they opened the show for us. Like
they did good.
DJ,
yeah, they did good. Yeah,
but it was a riot. I'm switching over. Gonna do Dad and the Recycling Bin Roller Coaster. For those of you that have seen our backyard roller coaster, we have a children's book about it.
What are we having for dinner tonight? Well, yesterday I made a roast.
That'd be the bottom, is it?
And I used some of that meat. We made these like biscuit roast beef sandwiches, and they were so freaking good. So tonight we're just gonna do the same roast meat with like mashed potatoes. Simple. Maybe some broccoli.
Oh, we're going to the Kalahari next weekend in
Texas.
My favorite build, probably the Dumb and Dumber car. That's one of my favorites.
I like that one too.
That was just one of my favorite videos of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, the DeLorean was also
so good.
So much fun. The roller coaster. I don't know. I got to do. Oh, you know what? One that we don't talk about enough is the diaper changing machine.
Yeah.
But I need to make more of those.
You guys had a good time with that. I was super postpartum and was like, what are you doing? What is this? Okay.
Please post a video of what you cook. You don't want to see what we cook all the time. Some of
What
the
we cook?
times.
I mean, we're gourmet chefs over here, so I understand why you would.
We eat chicken nuggets 3 nights a week.
We do not eat chicken nuggets 3 times a week.
Dude.
That is no.
Did you say which is your favorite kid? What is your favorite kid? Heidi when she was a kid.
You didn't even know me when I was a kid.
I got a pretty good idea based on your offspring.
I love all of our kids. I can't even answer that
Just
question. I
take
love
our
so many
kids-
things of all of each one of them.
Take our kids minus my qualities that they have, and that was you.
Okay. Was your new office space built from the ground up? So the building was here, but this particular space was we had to build it out.
We have neighbors on the other side of that wall, on the other side of that wall. So it's part of a complex, but it was completely empty inside here.
So all of it was built out. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to design it. I got to design it and lay it all out, but then there was like footer issues, so I had to redesign it to make it work. It was a whole deal, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out.
Hey, what was the handrail company that you used for the staircase?
Oh, for my staircase? View Rail.
View Rail. Does Heidi like the videos of her acting? Does Heidi like the videos of her acting like you? Do I like the videos of me acting like him, or do I like the videos of him acting like me? He makes fun of me quite a bit, but it is always kind of fun to see what he picked up on and like what his version of that is. And they usually make me laugh. So it's a good way to make fun of things and call things out while also having fun with it.
But also, in order to like make a good video about her, I have to be a good listener and I have to pay attention to her. So it's a win-win. I get good content. She gets a husband that pays attention to her.
Actually, in a meeting one day, he said that the best way to honor somebody is to dress like them.
I said that?
Yeah, and then we had a whole party about it.
Oh.
Then for our Christmas party, he thought we were doing a red versus green Christmas party, but in fact, we told everybody to dress like a version of Taylor, and so everybody showed up dressed like Taylor, and he had no idea. It was great.
We were looking to live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, or I mean, somewhere in that area. But it didn't pan out that way.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're here for good.
Do you ever use pillow windows and doors? Because that's where my mom. Pillow windows?
Pella?
Hello?
It should be Pella.
Oh, Pella windows and doors.
Yeah, we use Pella.
Nice.
Our windows and doors are all Pella.
As a
Our front
Broncos
door's not
fan,
Pella.
how bad do you feel for the New York Giants right now signing Russ?
Good luck. I will say the Broncos have to play the Giants this year, and I hope that we get to play against Russ and not Jameis Winston. Right? Yeah. Ben agrees. Ben's also a Broncos fan because Jameis, we're probably going to get a couple of picks, but he's also going to throw like 700 yards on us. So
let's see.
Podcast topic idea: top parent tips, mom versus dad. Yeah, I think we were kind of exploring some podcast ideas. Let's talk about that because we have a podcast studio now. Oh, you know what? You guys want to come take a walk with us?
Well,
let's go. We have a video, huh?
Is it gonna clip out?
No, we have Wi-Fi through the entire place.
All right.
You guys give you a little tour here. Should I switch the camera to not be? How do I change the camera to not be? Well, it just is what it is. It's in portrait mode.
Portrait mode. It
Think I
also
can
like
change-
follows you. It's so strange.
Think I can take it off of portrait mode?
I think you have to go up to the camera thing that you had up there.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
everybody.
yeah. This is Ben.
Oh,
How you doing?
Look at there.
He's
Oh,
our
on-
Gen Z.
Turn off portrait.
Go up here.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
Gen Z employee
Oh.
that can help us with technological things. Okay. All right. Well, here you go. You can get a little view from up here. This is all the offices. That's Mel. Say hi, Mel. She does all of the things. Well, let's just show me your office, Heidi.
Oh,
Here we
yeah.
go. We're gonna go on a little virtual tour here. If you're just tuning in, this is the new Dude Dad studio offices. This is Heidi's office right here. Go on in.
Hold on.
It was recently Heidi's birthday, and we filled her office with balloons because she loves birthday balloons.
They're all gonna. You can't open it like that. They all come out.
They've been like this for
It's the whole thing.
a good 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And Ben is not my son. Whoever asked that. No. My oldest son is 9.
Nope.
Ben is slightly older than 9.
Just a little bit.
This is my office. It's messy because that's kind of how my brain is, but it's kind of fun, right? Look, that's
It's a
it.
great office, babe.
Thank you.
You just do.
Oh, I
Your
see.
desk is always a
It's
thing.
hard to like frame up because it tries to keep my face in the center.
Yeah, so you gotta
So if I
turn
do
off center
this,
stage, watch.
oh,
Oh.
there we go. Okay. Did you want to see something really funny? Okay. So my mom came to visit and she brought with her this box of my wrestling trophies from when I was like 10. And this isn't all of them. She made sure to let me know. She's like, I only brought the first place ones because I didn't think you'd have room, but joke's on her because I set them up in my office. Look at that. Look at all them trophies. Killed it. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So proud.
Okay. All right. Let's go downstairs. All right. So we'll roll downstairs here. Hi from North Dakota. You two are
Hey,
so
Beck.
cute. Hi, Tina. Do your
Good
kids
old
into
Novak.
wrestling? Theo wants to start wrestling. He hasn't yet though. So they just been playing soccer. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here's the downstairs. Give us a little tour there, Heidi. There's a better version of this, our video from yesterday.
Here's our kitchen.
This is a little kitchenette area where we can have snacks and the kids come and have their snacks after school.
Got
Just-
a little stove. It's actually a microwave and a convection oven and
Yeah.
an air fryer all in one. What?
Yeah, so we can bake bread in here if we need to. But, it's kind of like a half kitchen. It's not the full deal, but we didn't really need the whole thing.
Got a nice mountain mural.
Got the mountain mural around the side and then 2 bathrooms. The wallpaper is my favorite part in these bathrooms. We didn't get a good close-up of the Sasquatch in here,
This is the Sasquatch bathroom.
but look, there's a Sasquatch on the wallpaper.
Also, I don't know
In the
if
bathroom.
anybody's been able to see so far yet, but every single room of this whole building is a surfboard.
Yeah, this is where all the surfboards get stored during the winter, so they're just kind of everywhere right now. Let me see. Why does the new office not have a kids' playroom? Well, you want to see the current kids' playroom? Hey, flip those lights on over there. Well, I mean, right down here, this is the kids' play down here. We put in a shuffleboard so the kids can play with that. We also have a switch for the TV over there so they can dink around on that.
Mostly they just like all this type of stuff.
Yeah. There we
They
go.
just
We got
come
the
in here,
lights
they
on.
play with balloons.
Yeah, they got
Things.
these wheelie carts they roll around on down in this space.
Oh, it's a mini bike.
Oh yeah, Heidi's got the mini bike. They
mini
play on
bike.
this.
You know.
So there's not a kids playroom, but the whole thing kind of is a kids playroom.
Oh,
There you go. See?
did it?
See, you see.
Did it? Oh.
Yeah, she's got it. All right, then over here, show them what's in that cabinet, Heidi.
Oh, okay. Hold on, I gotta put my bike
This
down.
is super secret. It's our little garage area here for building stuff. All right, ready? Wait, what in the heck? What? What is that? Oh my gosh. Is it a whole other room? It is. This is soon to be our podcast studio. Right now, it's just where the Christmas decorations are and our blue/green screen for when we're filming stuff.
Mhm.
But eventually, this is going to be a podcast studio. We just haven't really finished it yet. Because
Yeah,
you know
I'm
what?
kinda busy.
Couple more days.
I've been kind of busy.
Couple more
Got a
days.
lot going on.
Okay. And then over here, we just got a bunch of other tools and stuff hung on the wall.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Another hidden room. Look at that. This is just where all the props and stuff are.
This is the costume.
All the
closet.
costumes, our server for basically where every single video lives right
Wait, when did you
on
wear
there.
Oh, this is your Taylor Swift jacket.
It's my Taylor Swift jacket.
Nice.
What else can you find, Heidi?
Oh,
Let's see what else you
hold
got.
on.
Oh, there's the Steve and Stacy,
Oh, Steven.
Stacy's vest. There's Steve's
See, I
shirt.
love Mel. She's got it all just
Mel organizes all of it and keeps it nice
put
and
it
tidy.
together.
For the longest time, all this stuff used to just be
in a
in
tub.
our house. But
In
then
a
what?
tub.
Yeah. But then what would happen is every time we went to go shoot something and we're like, oh, like we're gonna shoot something with Basic Dad today. I would go into my wardrobe, my dresser or whatever, just my own personal one, and be digging for it and not be able to find the shorts or the pants. And then I'm like, wait, is it in the wash? Is it this? Is it that? So we now just keep all that stuff here so that it has a place. It never gets washed. No, it eventually gets washed.
What's this?
But that is Ace Ventura shirt.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go back to the questions people are saying. All right. Going back to the questions. Sorry, Talia. Are you going to have more kids? I got a vasectomy, so probably not. There's a whole video on it. I think there's several videos on it, but you can check those out.
Yes.
How did you meet Penn, Charlie, and Miles? Don't say waiting in the Target parking lot. We were waiting.
Actually, we were waiting
outside
at the Target parking lot.
of a no.
No, literally. That's where I met them, was at the Target parking lot.
That's not where I met him.
No, you met them through people.
Yeah, I met Miles because he's from Fargo, and that's where Heidi's from. The lighting's really bad right here. Let's go back upstairs. I met Miles. Honestly, each one of them I just connected because they were kind of doing the same thing we were doing. So I connected with them to kind of just collaborate. And then the first video we all shot together was the Husbands Target one. That was literally the day that Penn and Miles, that was the day that Penn met Miles and Charlie. I had just shot a video with Penn the day before that at Disneyland. That was the first day I met him. And I had only met Miles and Charlie maybe like twice before that. Charlie's room. Charlie can stay in the wardrobe closet or either the bathrooms. Tour is going awesome, Josh. We will see you in Burnsville. Super excited for Burnsville. That show sold out super fast. We almost added a second show in Burnsville, but it would have had to be 5 o'clock on a Friday. And that just seemed like a crazy thing to ask people to take off work and everything. So we'll just be back there next year, probably. What was the Twinkie flavor? Blue raspberry was the Twinkie flavor. What is the most important lesson you want to teach your kids as a father? I got a few of them. One of them is never think that you know it all. Always know that there's more to learn. So no matter how much of an expert you are on something, don't ever give yourself, too much credit. Like, you can give yourself credit, you can be proud, you can be confident, but you should always want to learn more and never assume that you can't learn something from somebody else just because they, are less proficient in something or less, like in my world, just because someone has less followers doesn't mean I can't learn from them, or whatever. Just because someone is caught less fish than you doesn't mean that you couldn't learn something from them. I don't know. You get the idea. Best advice for someone trying to make their passion something they can live off of. Like mine, I want to breed and sell aquarium fish.
Oh.
Theo would have a lot of fun talking to you. Theo, our oldest son, is 9, and he loves fish so much. Oh, final re-ask. Hold on. Oh, I got ADHD. I didn't answer that question. I'll come back to you, Gills. Gills to Gardens. Look at that. Final re-ask. Please tell me that you have more redundant storage for your server. 3, 2, 1 backups. That's not a me question, guys. I'm good at coming up with content ideas and making content. I used to edit all the videos for the first 4 years until DJ came on. But they're way more technically savvy than I am. So since for the last 4 years now, I have stayed out of that world and let them do that so that I could focus on writing and being on camera and building stuff, the things that I'm good at. So I have no idea. I assume we have I know we have backups. I know we have more than one backup. Or we at least have a backup for our storage. But yeah.
Just a warning, vasectomies don't always take. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? If it doesn't, we'll be fine. It's fine.
We're not I'm not getting tested or anything. We're just leaving that in God's hands. So
would you ever go storm chasing?
Yeah, for sure.
We've been watching Storm Chasers with Theo. He's obsessed.
I would go storm chasing. We were just watching a TV show on it.
What cup
Hi
of
from
coffee
Ireland.
are you on, Heidi?
Oh, hold on. I got to go back. What was the thing? Oh, how to make your passion into your
Okay,
living.
so
my only advice on that is
Gills to Gardens.
You just keep doing it because you love to do it. And then hopefully someday it'll become more than that. And you'll slowly find ways to, as you build an audience. Like when I started this, I had no idea how it would make money. I just did it because I like to do it. And then eventually, even when I was starting to get followers, it still wasn't making any money. But I was just like, well, maybe money will eventually come, but I enjoy this and I'm just going to keep doing it. So that's my advice, is just keep doing it because you love it. And then hopefully it'll turn into something else. But there's all different kinds of ways you can monetize now once you have an audience. So just keep growing your audience.
Weirdest place you've made whoopee?
Do you want to answer that? Or?
No, I'm curious.
Weirdest? On top of a motorcycle. Okay. Let's move on.
Are you excited about Teen Kid Life? So I think I'm a weirdo. I like teens a lot. I worked with teens a lot. I also worked with transitional aged youth. There's so much fun there. And I think, if you do it right, you can, not say do it right, but I think that there's a way for you to get to know your kid and hold boundaries and have a good time with them while also still being the parent. So all to say, I've never parented a teen before, but I have parented 4 small children, 1 with ADHD, 3 with other unique needs. And I think you just roll with it.
Should I answer how tall we are? I'm 6'3" and Heidi is 5'11".
Yeah, that's what we are.
No. No, I'm 5'9". Do you batch record your videos? We try to. We've been trying to do that more so we can just shoot. We'll go out and shoot at least 2 to 3 shorts at a time, just to because once you're in shoot mode, it's easier to just go out and get it done. But we don't have a set schedule at all. We just kind of, depending on what time we have in the day and what projects we're working on, we jump into it. Do you have random people show up at your house? Yes. And it is a thing. And please don't. We love you guys. We have lots of public events where we love to meet people and say hi and all the things. But when we're at home with our children, we don't want people to just show up because we're trying to have our own, private time. And obviously this has made our life not very private, but our house is still just the place where we would like to be able to have that. But it's a small town, so people figure it out and they figure out
It's
where
not,
we are.
but you know what? It's not even small
online.
town people. It's not even people
No,
from
people
town
from
that
like out of
stop by.
state just
It's
come
people
through.
that are like coming through, and
Yeah,
it's
most of
funny
our
because they'll be like, oh man, I don't want to be that person that shows up people's houses.
But yeah, here you
But
are.
we're like, oh,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, so
And
that's a thing.
we're always gonna be kind, but yeah.
Yeah. When are you getting chickens? That's a great question. Hey, we should take a vote right now. Technically, I don't think our HOA allows us to have. We're going to get chickens. We won't get ducks. Okay. So let me ask you guys: should I ask the HOA and try to get permission, or do we just send it and don't talk about it? And I mean, we'll probably talk about it here is the problem, but and just see if anybody cares, because I know there's several other people in our HOA that have chickens and nobody cares. Better ask for forgiveness and permission. I agree, except these are living things that we would then like, I'd have to build a whole coop and everything, and then potentially like, yeah, ducks for sure. We want to get ducks, not chickens. Ducks are way more fun. They say, hold on, let's see what everybody says. Oh, can I start a poll? Is there a poll in here?
I don't know. Start a poll.
Hey, here we go.
You could raise chickens, ducks indoors at your studio. Oh my gosh. Actually, we might have to, we will have to put the ducks inside, little chicks inside for a while. So have to figure that out. Here's the thing. If you see us in public, you can definitely say hi. You can definitely say hi because we're in public. And I like to see people in public. I think it's fun.
All right, we started a poll. Yeah, no, we love seeing people in public and hanging out. It's just, yeah,
it is
we meet
funny
all
though.
kinds
Sometimes
of cool
it
people.
always,
Yeah.
whenever I have my kids, it never fails though. Like someone will come talk to us and then my kids all just lose
Go nuts, yeah.
their minds. And like one time this lady was telling me her story in the grocery store. And
84% of people say just send it. Oh, it's dropping. 82.
Do you know what just
love you
throwing
guys.
strawberries and mushrooms out of the cart while I'm trying to talk to this lady and trying to tell her like I gotta go, and she just kept talking and I was like, okay, I really gotta go now. Okay,
Hey,
let's see.
just so you guys know, if we end up doing that, I'm gonna screen grab this poll of 117 votes, 119 votes. I'm gonna screen grab this, and then when we make the video, and then when I end up having to make a video that the HOA told me how to get rid of the ducks, I'm gonna post that.
Do you ever regret this as a career?
No.
No way. It's so fun to be able to connect with people and like the amount of like reach that we've had, all the new people we've met, all the fun experiences we've been able to do. Like
I'm exhausted
the
sometimes.
things that we've been able
This
to
is
learn.
my third caffeine of the day. I think that's the thing that a lot of people like. Hold on, let me get my. I think the thing that I didn't realize is that the more this thing grew, the more, like, I still love it. I still would never want to do anything else. And there's days where I look at Heidi or Charlie or DJ or whoever I'm with, and I just go, can you believe that this is our life? Like that we just get to do this, but there are other days where it's like just all of the other things that you have to do in order to be able to do this, all of the just administrative things and the just the extra stress of like, like all the people whose lives now depend on me to show up and be funny and have good ideas. So a lot of stress sometimes. Or just, all of the stuff that you have to do to run a business and keep it afloat, and the insurance and 401ks and all the stuff that I'm not good at, Yeah.
First time parent soon, due date late September. What kind of changes happen in you as individuals?
Oh, I'm about to be a girl dad, first child. Any words of wisdom? Evan, I'm sorry, you were answering one, but
It's
Evan,
kind of the same thing.
Evan, go watch the my dude, dad, daughter video. I forgot what it's called.
My daughter changed my life.
Yeah,
And-
I think it's called My Daughter Changed My Life. But go watch that video. That's the best advice I can give for you as about to be a dad who has a daughter. Go watch that.
Okay, how does having kids change you as an individual? I mean, some things, I wouldn't say that it changes you it's hard to say.
It does, for sure.
It does, but it also just
changes your perspective.
It changes your perspective, but like so much of you kind of gets, at least for me, a lot of stuff got put on hold for a minute, and there was things that like I had to put down for a while so that I could focus on kids and raising good humans. But also I realize and understand that like part of the greatest honor of life is like passing on goodness in the world. So like I think parenting changes you. And if you look at it as like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to lose so much of myself, then you could get overwhelmed with that. But to me, I just don't buy into that narrative. I think that like we have the greatest honor of being parents and like getting to raise good humans and like,
yeah. I mean,
like what the next thing is going to be for them. And I get really excited about that, you know?
The way I would describe it is like me and Heidi went to lunch the other day, and we sat there for like 30 minutes just talking about the issues our kids were dealing with. And then I like in the middle of that, I was like, what did we talk about before we had kids? You know, it would have just been our own stuff. You know, it just would have been like how we don't have any money and what our dreams were, basically.
Or how good we are with our coworkers.
Or like, yeah, well, that's not, yeah, that was before. But you know, so when I think about that, like I think about how parenthood changes you as a person because it pulls you outside of yourself, and you can no longer just think about yourself. You have to think about everyone around you, especially the little ones around you who you are, you know, trying to figure out how to guide them through life while you still don't really know, you know?
Yeah, you're learning and growing this at the same time as them. But
ooh, favorite dad hack on this channel. Oh man. I think some of our earliest ones when I originally did like the top 10 dad hacks, God, there's a bunch of them, but I like, this is the one I can think of right now. I don't know if it's my favorite or not, but it's standing out. DJ, you want to come say hi?
Hi, everybody.
This is DJ. He's from
Hello.
Ohio.
Ohio represent. It's not a brain rot term. It's a state.
My favorite dad hack was it's like a camping dad hack, but you take the kid's car seat and some rope or some ratchet straps, and you hang the car seat from a tree, and you got yourself a sweet tree swing because you can like strap your kid into it and just really give them a good ride.
DJ seems like a cool guy. DJ is a super cool guy. Who's the easiest
They need
baby?
more DJ. DJ seems like a cool guy.
He sure is.
It's so crazy to me that a lot of people don't even know who DJ is because he's been in so many videos.
DJ
And his laugh
is
in the
one
background.
of our favorite humans on the planet.
His laugh
Hands
is in the background of so many of videos.
Easiest baby, hands down, was Otto.
Where in Minnesota would you have moved? Somewhere near Minneapolis. We said that. Yeah, Otto's for sure the easiest baby.
And he's quite easy. He continues to be quite easy.
He gets before 10 a.m. is when Otto's difficult because he likes his sleep. He's the only one of our kids that sleeps in.
How do you prioritize time with each other, with kids, YouTube work, etc. along those lines? Is intimacy scheduled or spontaneous in frequency? How do we prioritize time
I have
with
to
each
put
other?
in a request by 2 p.m.
Oh, geez.
If I want to make love to my wife, I need to let her know by 2 p.m. that day. We did have a weekly date night until my stupid cousin moved to Denver. Because we're in Fort Collins, but we're not in Denver. We're in Fort Collins, so we're an hour from Denver. So now that my cousin isn't here to babysit anymore, we don't have a weekly date night right now. But we wouldn't really do that right now anyway because we're on tour right now. So every like 2 to 3 weeks, the two of us are gone to shows, And for the first couple, we didn't take any kids with us. And I think these last couple, we're not going to have any kids either. So we're getting plenty of date time, like on the road.
Kind
It's a
of.
little different because DJ's there.
Yeah.
But he's not in our hotel room.
Yeah. Why
But-
is intimacy referred to as spaghetti? Because it was just
That was just the idea.
it was
that
just a random
during that video. I don't know
Yeah.
why that made sense.
Do you ever receive hate comments all the time?
No, I wouldn't say all the time.
I think that
I think
see
you
them-
get more than I do because women are just mean to other women.
Well, we're working on that.
But for the most part, I'm gonna get a chair. You want a chair?
We could just flip around.
No, because then no, I need that.
Oh. Most embarrassing moment.
Ever? I've got a pretty good one. So we were talking earlier about how random people sometimes show up to our house, right? To like get a photo or whatever. They find the address and just show up. And it happened one day, and this person pulled up, and I could see him like looking at the house or whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, whatever. Let me just go say hi to this person quick. So like walk out, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? Hey, good, man. I'm like, you didn't have to do that. And because they had like a gift with them, this little bag of something. And then they just go, for Heidi? And I was like, it's Grubhub. Awesome. Yeah. I was feeling myself that day, but it was just Grubhub. So
Yeah. Let's see.
Ben brought more books down. Do you
We have
need
a
more
tour.
signed?
Mel.
Mel is requesting. Mel knows that these books have to get signed, so she's pushing them on
Mel
me.
walked into my office and stomped her feet and said, "My books aren't getting signed."
Oh my gosh. Ah.
So I brought you. Some
This
books.
is Ben, everyone.
Hello.
This is our Gen Z.
Gen Z.
This
Aren't you
is
Gen
our
Z?
Gen Z. Yeah.
This is
This is just our Gen Z.
This is our Gen Z. He's here in case the internet goes out.
No, that is
Well,
not true.
no,
Actually,
It went out the other day, and our first thing was call DJ.
yes.
True. Yeah, and he did come take care of it.
Juno is Ben's assistant.
Correct.
Juno comes in. She tells us that she has to go to work because she has work to do at the
Mhm.
office. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's great. I never thought I would
Ooh, I got a
need an
fun idea.
assistant, but
Hey.
it's great.
Ask Ben a question.
Okay, here we're gonna have to go down here. No, Heidi is not pregnant now. Do I
No.
look pregnant?
Who said that?
Do I look pregnant?
I'm about to fight someone.
My Noah asked if I'm single.
Boxers
no.
or briefs?
Is that for me?
Yeah, that's for
Boxer briefs.
Are you single?
I no, I'm
Sorry,
not
Ben.
single.
Who do you hate more?
Who do I hate more? Out of who? Like everybody or Heidi and DJ? Or Heidi and Taylor?
you. Fight each other. You want me to fight the Gen Z?
Are the two always on?
Are we always on? No.
No.
Well, that's your question. But
Well,
you can answer.
It depends on what you mean by always on. Because like, are Taylor and Heidi always like what they are in videos? No, because we wouldn't get much work done.
Oh my
One good thing and one bad thing about your bosses.
Oh
Well,
yeah. It's really-
Ooh,
yeah,
I-
what?
I-
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like a job tomorrow. So
Oh no.
We're
This
pretty
is a
good
safe
about.
space. Shh.
Oh.
Let him answer. This isn't Heidi's question.
well, one good thing. There are a lot of good thing about my bosses. So I'll start with that. I think out of the jobs that I've had, which I've had a few jobs, not many, admittedly, but just the creativity and flexibility that they have. I think of all the bosses I've had, they're the most understanding of like when stuff comes up because they're very family oriented people. And like this past year,
Oh gosh, this past year was a lot, guys.
I had medical issues. My girlfriend had medical issues, and it was at no point did I go, how am I going to have time to deal with this stuff? Because I knew I could reach out to them.
What was their Christmas card was just two
I'll
photos
go get it.
of both of them in the hospital getting organs taken out. Who has the worst smelling farts? Ben, who has the worst smelling farts?
DJ, hands down.
DJ. That's DJ.
But and DJ has the most well documented parts.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
You
of
guys, he took like recordings of his farts, and then like the Holderness family
Hold
uses
on.
them.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hold on, the puppy.
Hold on. Bring him in here. Hold on. Look what we got.
every fart you hear on our channel is
Burke's
DJ's.
here, along with, look at this stuffed animal.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody meet Holland.
Holland.
Yep.
Holland.
10-week-old Bernedoodle.
Did you go for a walk, Holland?
We've got a
Ooh,
video
wow.
shoot idea to shoot with Holland later today if you're available. Or
Okay,
not later today, like really soon.
Cool.
Look at
Ah, mwah.
Look at
Kisses.
that.
Don't get hair in my iced coffee.
No, she doesn't shed.
She doesn't shed.
Non-shedder.
Bye,
Okay.
Holland.
This is the Christmas card. There's me and my girlfriend, cute as can be, and then on the back it says, "May all your organs stay in place in 2025." So that's how my last year went. So I think just not having to worry about how all that's gonna like work out, knowing how flexible and understanding they are as bosses, is very appreciated.
Woohoo.
There you go.
How did we know we were done having kids? Well, see, Taylor just said we were done.
Well, we had 3, and I
We
looked
had
at
3.
Heidi, and she went, and I was like, okay,
Thanks, Ben.
one more. Thank you, Ben. Now get back to work. So then we had 4, but it was we already knew that after 3 that was probably, we were already kind of pushing the limits.
But then we had Kelso, and he was so dang fun.
Yeah, no, well, but here's the other thing. Otto, our 3rd child, was the easiest baby, so chill.
He still is.
Didn't walk until he's like a year and a half. So
Because
just
he
set
had
him
an
down
hernia.
and he would just hang out. And so we were like, yeah, we could have another one. We could probably do that one. And then we had Kelso, and he is a feral raccoon.
And I love him.
He's a feral raccoon.
He makes me so happy.
I wake up every morning to the sound of him dragging the stool across the kitchen floor to climb into the top of the snack cabinet and just help himself.
And then he comes to the side of the bed with some sort of snack. But like, does it, I don't know how many times he does it. At some point,
Yeah.
we need to just get out of bed and like figure out what he's doing. But you know, sleep is important.
Yeah, if we don't open his snack, he goes to his siblings to try to get them to open the snack.
You're expecting an oops in the future? I wouldn't be mad if we had an oops in the future.
We'll
It'd
see
be
what
fine with
happens.
me.
It'd be great content. It'd also
You-
it would be a lot, but it'd be super, I don't know. The kids would be stoked. The kids would be super pumped.
Yeah. How did you meet for the first time? On stage. I was doing my first like play ever, like musical ever, and he had been in all of them. And we had this mutual friend that was doing a directing class, and she asked me if I would be in her one act with this kid named Taylor, who was in LA at the time,
Sorry.
for a semester.
So long story
And
short, we met doing a play.
met doing a play.
Yeah, with
A
just
very,
the 2 of us.
a very interesting play. Sugar addiction is a disease.
That's true. Tell DJ that.
DJ's fine.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite hiking trail in Colorado? Not yet. We haven't really gotten to spend a lot of time doing that yet.
Did the hike up to Horsetooth Rock. That was fun.
Yep.
I think that's like the same hike where that dude got attacked by a mountain lion and killed it with his bare hands.
Yep. Did DJ really drink the hot dog water in Cincy? Yes,
100% he did.
He
We
sure
need to
did.
post that.
he sure did. He
I
really
need
did.
to make a note to myself that we need to make that into a reel.
How's your brother's house coming along?
His house is pretty much done. Yeah, looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's a super cool place.
Super cool place.
Oh, you love, Dylan said, just want to say that we love your book. It's become one of the kids' favorites. Is that the children's book, I assume? I'm glad. Make sure you do fun voices with it.
Does the social media stuff stress you out?
Sometimes it's hard to not like, it's as much as like, I've been doing it long enough that I've taught myself to detach myself from the numbers and stuff. but it's also like how you review if what you're doing is working. So it is hard if you have a couple of videos in a row that don't hit to not get like mentally upset about it. But for the most part, I've gotten good at just understanding that it comes in waves, and even if something doesn't hit, it's not like you're not done. You're just, that one didn't hit, and move on, and keep making more. Like when we first started, when we first started making monetization money, it was really scary because it went from just like a fun thing to now like our income. And then it'd be like you'd have one video do well and be riding that high, and then the next week you'd work, because I would just do one video a week, and I'd work all week on a video. I'd put it out and it would just bomb, and then I'd be like, oh crap, I didn't make any money this week.
Yep.
I made nothing. So I hope next week works.
Yeah.
So then you'd go, and it might take a couple of weeks, and then you'd have another one hit and you'd make money again. But it was like for a while, like when in the very beginning, there was just no, like, it was scary because it was just unknown. And there was, Heidi had a job.
I had a job.
And I had jobs. I had like all kinds of little gigs that I was always doing.
Oh, yeah.
But,
But
I was trying to
day,
not do those anymore, So it was like, if I really want to quit and focus on this, prime time, I have to have consistency with it. So
yeah, but he was always good about paying the bills. Okay, my leggings. In that video, I think I was wearing resistance bands leggings from Sweet Flex. And then I have these new leggings that I'm trying out called, they're from Fonka. And they have little like resistance bands in them, but also like, if you have to like tape your knee and stuff to hold it in place.
Yes,
have,
we
like,
are
things
using
in them already.
We are using the pull-out drawer a lot.
The pull-out drawer? In the kitchen? Yeah.
It's full of all kinds of stuff. The thumbnails are very, very important. Thumbnail and title are very, very important. We probably don't stress it as much as some other YouTube channels because we're less focused on YouTube as much as we are on the other platforms.
The basement stairs going to be done. They are done. We have not done a basement reveal really because we're still trying to figure out how we're using all the space down there. There hasn't really been anything to show really yet.
Sorry. Gotta get up in there. Okay.
What was the video that you thought was amazing but did terrible on YouTube?
What was the one? We just did one that
we were really excited about. All of us thought it was gonna be great, and then you're like, wait, why didn't that one pop off?
The one one of my personal favorites is buys a $30 bottle of wine that I did with Charlie and a couple other guys, but it kind of bombed, but it's one of my favorite videos. All of the Dad Olympics, we did that. That I don't know if it did good on YouTube. I know it didn't do good anywhere else, but everyone was like in the comments was like saying like, how are you supporting the Olympics this year with commie China, blah blah blah. I'm like, this has nothing to do with China. We're just aligned it with when the Winter Olympics were happening. But that was one. Taylor, do you remember your 8th grade formal date? She's my sister-in-law now. Are you talking about Sasha Colbeck? Who are you talking about? Ben Peterson, 8th grade formal date. There could have been a couple of 8th grade formals that I went to.
Okay, how does your faith impact your social media life, marriage, and family? Well, I mean, your faith should be impacting everything that you do. So, I wouldn't say that we turn our faith on and off. I think it's just a part of like how we do life and how like it shapes your perspective on literally everything. So I would say that our faith impacts literally everything
Been out here
that we do,
checking.
Been out here fact checking. Please do more snow skiing and snowboarding with kids.
Who did we vote for? We voted for pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice lattes. Don't read anything into that. There's nothing to read into it.
Don't read into it at all. Kayla Wingen.
Kayla Wingen. Yep. All right. Wait. Kayla Wingen. Did she come to formal with me? Oh, I think she did. Yeah. How did we get reconnected? So me and Kayla Wingen go way back because I think my mom like babysitted her when we were like both babies. But then she came to like one formal. She lived in a different town. Yeah.
Do you socialize with your neighbors all the time? Yes.
Yeah, we know all of our neighbors.
We love all of our neighbors.
Our
That
neighbors
is
are
the
the
biggest
reason-
reason why we
yeah.
didn't move.
Our neighbors are the reason we don't live in the country, because otherwise it'd make way more sense for us to live in the country.
But we love our neighbors so much.
We just like community.
Mm-hmm.
How did you beat the algorithm when most videos require 20 plus minutes to get picked up by the algorithm and your videos are apparently, I mean, that's just how our videos have all been 5-ish minutes. So I don't know. I think you build an audience off of what you do. I don't know that you have to make a 20-minute video for it to get picked up by the algorithm. Although we are going to start trying to do more longer videos like that because we are finding that YouTube likes those better. But most of what we do is short form videos on all the other platforms, as well as YouTube. We've grown the most amount by putting up shorts on YouTube. So
Watch some of your oldest videos last night. The worst Bible study ever had me crying.
Yes!
It was so funny. We actually just pulled that one out like a couple of months ago when his friend Drew was in that video with him and they were staying with us for the night. And we pulled that one up and we were all dying again. So funny.
yes, pineapple on pizza. Yeah, if you ever want to just a real throwback, there is probably 6 to 10 videos on this channel that I made before Dude Dad ever started, before we had kids, before I changed the channel to be called Dude Dad. There's probably 6 to 10 sketches on this channel from a long time ago. And I think there's some gold on there. There's a couple that I made private because I didn't want anybody to see them. But yeah.
Will you do more videos about your Mastercraft XT22? Okay.
We don't have a Mastercraft XT22, but we do have a contract with Mastercraft, and we will be getting a new boat from them this year to lease for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what it is yet. It's gonna be an XT probably, but it might be an XT22. It might be an XT24. But it will have a brand new look for this summer and all the new features to show off. How did you become so handy? I just changed my garage door opener and felt probably too proud for something so small. Hey, there's no project too small. There's no small projects, only small contractors. I've been kind of doing stuff with my hands ever since I was little. My dad sold power construction equipment for a living. So there was always a lot of tools around our farm and always projects and stuff. And then me and my brother started building bike ramps. And then I started working for a local carpenter and a bike shop. So I just got handy by being hands-on.
Did you ever finish the back porch? Yep.
If you're not, somebody said something about when you hit 1 million followers. What did it say?
Oh, yeah. How will we celebrate?
How will you celebrate? That's a great question. We should come up with we should have some sort of because our goal this year is to hit 1 million followers on YouTube, but that's a really great idea. Whoever said that, who said it? Let's give them credit.
It's right there.
Sarah, when you hit 1 million followers, how will you celebrate? P.S. I love videos seeing you interact with your kids. Our goal this year is to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed, please do. Please share with your friends who you think you would like it. We've been at this for 9 years now. And this, for whatever reason, has always been the slowest growing platform, where everywhere else we already have multiple millions of followers. So we're really trying hard this year to buckle down, figure out YouTube's algorithm, and break 1 million subs. But we should put some sort of goal on what we do when we do
Ben
it.
wants a moped.
Something that we can like share with them, you
Mhm.
know, some
Mhm.
way, like some video that we'll make or whatever.
Best piece of advice you would give to married couples and parents.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, we were just kind of talking about this the other day.
Sleep naked.
You really just have to learn how to roll with punches. Like,
Also, don't punch your spouse.
no, don't do that. But you just have to learn to roll with punches. Like, it doesn't always go the way that you want it to go. Like, I don't think either one of us are very, neither one of us try to control everything. So we're pretty easygoing, pretty like whatever. If I'm really excited about something and want to do something, he's going to do it. If he's excited about something, which he always is, like I love seeing
I'm going
him
to go
be
get
excited
more
things.
books.
I love seeing him get really excited about stuff, and he always like pulls through with it, and it's so fun to watch the process. So like, I guess a piece of advice that someone gave me when we got married was to never clip wings. So like, I think I've always just thought that, like, I don't want to tell him no. I don't want to be the barrier in between him doing something that he loves to do, because I don't want him to do that to me. If I feel really excited about something, I want full support in doing that. And so, yeah, so we just kind of roll the punches and we just make it work. And we've created community and resources. So we have a lot of people to do life with. So we don't have any family here in Fort Collins, but we have a very good community and resource base. So like, and one thing that I find about Taylor, which is a huge skill, is that Taylor gets so excited about stuff and he like shares that excitement with other people that it like makes other people want to be a part of what he's doing. So like, yeah, I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but
Yeah,
that's how we get through life. Marriage advice: never see each other poop. Sometimes you gotta. Did you find it hard to lean into being on camera when you both started? For sure. I still find it hard. Like, if they want me to do some sort of emotional scene, that is so hard for me. So like, anytime when we've had to get really emotional, I make them all do it first. Like, I make them all go on the line and show me how they would do it. And then I kind of just have to like forget that a camera is there and then go for it, you know? But
yeah, she doesn't even like watching it back, but she's really good at it.
yeah.
What kind of coffee you drink, Heidi? Anything with lots of sugar and milk in
That
it.
is not true. Okay.
Do you pay compensation to your kids? Yeah, our kids are taken care of.
Yeah.
We have a system.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
If they want to go to college, they're going to be able to.
Yeah. But to answer your question, yes, for every
But they
video
don't
that
have
they
like
are in,
access to
they don't have
cash
access to
that they
cash
can
right
just
now.
use.
They have to do their stuff to get their allowance. Okay. It's a reward system. For now. Will they learn about money? It's Heidi Winning podcast for sure. Okay. I like to talk. So
How do you, as a dad, how do you decide to bring your kiddos into a project you are working on? So it's interesting because like sometimes they're interested in like working on it with me. Other times they're not.
mhm.
So
That makes it
like
hard.
so I don't want to like force them into it. So usually I'll just build it and then like enjoy it with them. I try to get them to come like be a part of some stuff, like with the house. Like I had Theo help me with some stuff just so that someday he could be like, yeah, I remember doing that. I helped put that in, you know, but Juno is actually the best help.
She is.
Juno loves to help. She loves to be a part of anything,
Whatever it is that you're doing.
anything I'm doing. She'll just be like, can I help?
She's
Can I do
great.
this? Can I do that?
And she gets mad when we don't let her help the way that she wants to.
Yeah. But it's
So
also
it's like,
like,
okay, Juno, we need to teach you like
It's
how
yeah.
to be helpful. Because so many people want to show up to the world with good intentions, but like you gotta like read the room and figure out what's gonna be best for other people. But
I don't know if you've ever had a 7-year-old help you try to paint a wall, but it doesn't necessarily make it go faster.
Okay, but while we were leaving for this last trip, Ben and his girlfriend Lydia were staying with Juno, Kelso, and Otto at the house. And she wrote out like
Juno. Yeah.
Juno wrote out entire lists of instructions for them. So like who takes which vitamin when they take it, what time bedtimes are, what they eat for breakfast, how to pack the boys' lunches for school, like all things. It was so adorable. I was like, Ben and Lydia, like Juno's got this. You guys are just here because she's gonna take control. It was so adorable.
It was very helpful.
It was very helpful. Ben said it was very helpful. How'd you pick out the kids' names? Oh gosh. Okay. Well, first of all, we had picked out Theo's name before we even had kids. Like we just knew our first boy's name was going to be Theodore. Juniper, he wanted to name her Juno. I wanted to name her Piper. And so I don't know.
So we compromised and named her Juno.
We compromised and named her Juniper, but she prefers to be called Juno. She does not want to be called Juniper, even though I really like that name. It's fine.
Okay.
The kids, Theo and Juno, actually picked out the name Otto, and then Kelso, we picked out. We found it, and we were like, "That's fun."
All right, let's take two more, and then we gotta go film some stuff.
Yeah, I saw one up here that I was gonna try to answer, and I can't remember which one it was. Oh gosh. Next book idea. Best and worst memory from comedy tour. Yeah, you could do that one. Best and worst memory from the comedy tour.
I think it has to be that show in Denver for where the projector didn't work.
That one was pretty good. That was a good memory.
We did a show in Denver at Comedy Works South. So a little bit, I mean, it's a comedy club, so a little smaller venue, like 450 people or something, 420, I don't know, whatever.
Super great space though.
But 5 minutes into the show, and if you've seen our show, you know I use a lot of visual aids, and I have like a PowerPoint, and I use a lot of visual aids and stuff for it that the audience that helps set up jokes and things like that. But the projector stopped working 5 minutes into the show. So all of that stuff was out the window, and I still had an hour of comedy to do. And I kind of just rolled with it, and I don't remember what we all did, but I improv a bunch of stuff, did all the jokes that I possibly could without it, and the audience was just phenomenal, and they had the best time.
They were eating it up. They loved it.
Time.
Yeah. I
got off stage, and I was like, "Holy cow, that was so awesome!" Also, I never want to do that again. Yeah. I did not get a tribal tat. That is a crown of thorns, and see, there's a cross in the back. But I honestly kind of hate it now because I got it when I was 18, and everyone thinks it's barbed wire. And I'm actually currently designing a sleeve that's going to go over top of that. So there.
Okay. Advice for stay-at-home mom. Okay. First of all, you gotta find your people. And you have to have reasons to get out of the house. So those two things are the biggest thing. The other thing that I really had to get over, obviously I'm working a lot with Taylor now, but I was home for a couple of years, and it was hard. The biggest thing you have to get over is like the stereotype of what people think stay-at-home moms are, because I remember I would like people ask me what I would do, and I'd be like, "Oh, I just stay home." And
hey, Potatoes mom.
Stop.
Sorry, Potatoes mom wanted me to say hi.
And I think that what was hard for me was just like not realizing the biggest honor was to be able to raise my kids, and like how great that was. And I got to have so much fun. My favorite summer of all time was when I like completely let go of all the things of what I like thought I was supposed to be doing, thought like society thought I should be doing. And we went to Knoxville. It was, Otto was 3 months old. He was filming a second season of Super Dad. And so like during the day, well, and pretty much the whole time, it was me and the 3 kids. And I just made a schedule. I made a plan. I showed them everything. We went out every single day. I like woke up with them. We had slow mornings, and I made them breakfast every morning. went out and like, most of the time we were just like in nature, that we found this quarry that we really liked. And I made it my thing to show them as many things as possible. And yeah, so my advice is community, having things to get out of the house to do, and like overcoming whatever the stereotype is of being a stay-at-home mom, because it is the best. And if you can, you should send your laundry out.
We haven't done that in a while. Not since I used to send our laundry out. I got a laundry service for us for a hot minute.
We were just so overwhelmed with everything.
We were so overwhelmed. So Heidi was, and I think it was like one night.
I was like crying doing laundry.
I was folding laundry after like a really long day. I was folding laundry at like 11 p.m. I'm like, what am I doing?
I was like, this is all I do.
We just did all these gigs. What
am I doing with my life? I'm just a professional mover of things.
I got a service for a hot minute, but then once I finished the new laundry room, the new laundry mud room, Heidi's been just killing it. It's just easier to do now because we got a better space
to do it. It doesn't like infiltrate the rest of the house, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways.
There was somebody who was asking something that I was going to answer, but you were on your long story. And
Stop. He always makes fun of my life. I don't have a 2-minute version of anything, and he interrupts me all the time.
We make short form content for a living. Make short form content for a living. So
I'm going to do a podcast for a living because I like to talk.
Listen, when we edit, every single word, every single breath, it has to be like thought about and thought through of what it is. And then we're like film with Heidi, and she fills the 90 seconds that we have in just one sentence. And we're like, all right, we're gonna have to do another. Let's try it again. This time, just say, not today, Taylor. That's it. Oh, what's the poll regarding? Thank you. Everyone go hit the poll. This is in regards to us getting backyard ducks. We want to get 4 ducklings that will provide us eggs and save us from all of the
things,
all of the egg prices, but also make a lot of fun content. Taylor will get to build a duck house. But currently we live in an HOA neighborhood. We know other people in our neighborhood have chickens. We've seen them. But we also know that I'm not going to not make videos about it. So people are going to know that we have it. I don't think any of my neighbors will care, but I don't know. Our HOA is like, they haven't updated the rules since 1974 when it was first established. Like literally we have a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy of our HOA rules. So the question is, do we just get the ducks and just do it like everybody else has and just kind of fly under the radar and just, we don't make a big deal out of it. They don't make a big deal out of it. Or do we just ask and try to actually gain permission to ensure that if we get ducks, we don't end up having to like rehome them after, somebody gets pissed or something. I don't know. It's also our backyard. I don't know. Somebody says ducks are loud. That would be my one thing where I would say it might be good to get permission ahead of time, because if the ducks end up being loud, the breed that we're looking at isn't a loud breed. We're looking at getting Indian running ducks. Rehome, aka cook. No.
Did you think it was funny when you met him? Yes, I always thought Taylor was funny.
I don't think everyone would lose their poultry because I made a video.
Get the ducks. Get the ducks.
Oh, they're saying don't ask HOA, just do it because it'll make a bunch of great content.
Did you run it by all your neighbors?
No, not yet. I think I would. I think I would do that. I would like at least talk to the 2 whose fences it'll be near.
The rules definitely from the 1970s say
they say no farm
animals.
That's all it says.
From the 1970s.
Since then, our city has put in an ordinance that says that you can have chickens and ducks, but our HOA rules supersede them. So I don't know. I think that's why like there's people in our HOA who currently have chickens and nobody's saying anything because they're like, whatever, it's fine, you know. But I also know that we're going to attract more attention to ourselves. Emotional support ducks. That's a great idea. We could get them licensed.
We'll have emotional support ducks, emotional support fish,
We're not putting shock collars on our ducks. Register them as emotional support animals. Believe it or not, folks who've done it successfully.
Yeah, I think. Well, actually, people get all kinds of emotional support.
They have
things.
quiet type ducks. The runner ducks are lots of fun. That's what I'm saying. Do you know S.O. Swanson? Do you know runner ducks? Yes, they're lots of fun, but they are a quieter breed of duck, are they not?
Mm-hmm. Is that your USF alumni award up on the shelf?
Yes, it is. How do you know? Oh, look at that. This is our USF. This is where me and Heidi went to college. We got an alumni award in 2020 for all of our accomplishments. The greatest one being the alumni award itself. No. My favorite award up here is definitely this one. This is what's it again? Oh, hold on, I gotta remember the right name for it.
It's for
it's for Super Dad. It's for Outstanding Kid Reality Series. So this is when we did the Super Dad TV show. We got a reality TV award. So for Outstanding Kid Series. Pretty sweet. It's a good one. And this is Carl Winslow. Okay, did she get back about the ducks?
I don't know.
Muscovy ducks are often considered the quietest duck breed, and they don't quack like others, but rather make a raspy, quieter call and generally less noisy. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the Muscovies. I really got hooked on these running ducks, though. Nobody? How was your I just saw her. Hello from Tennessee. Okay.
So Taylor's mom has ducks and we have duck eggs when we go home. So far, no allergies. All right.
Okay. They said the running ducks are much quieter. I mean, I think that, all right, just final vote, guys. We're at 79%. Everybody put your vote in. We get running ducks. They're quieter. If we get the running ducks, they're quieter. We just send it. Don't even ask the HOA and just do it. Hopefully nobody from our HOA is in this chat right now.
Probably.
But if they are, let me know before I get the ducks if you have a problem with it.
I love that you made that a thing of this live.
We gotta, can you knit? I can do anything. Give me a couple of needles. I'll knit you. I'll make you a scarf.
Okay.
When you hit it, we should do an event. That's a great idea. You know what? It should be the mini golf event. So we got to hit 1 million followers before our mini golf event this year. In September. Screw HOAs. Hello from Sodak. Yo. Ask your chicken owner neighbors what they did. Yeah, I should just knock on their door. Be like, hey, we know you got chickens. What's up?
Yeah. I heard some sort of law that was coming on that you can't restrict people from having things that give them access to food.
Yeah.
So
I think actually who told me that was the lead building inspector for Fort Collins that helped me get the roller coaster permitted.
Ducks will ruin your yard?
Not the whole yard.
Just the part.
They're not going to have access to the entire yard all the time, but we will let them out because they eat all the insects and stuff. If you have a garden, which we don't, they would eat all the insects and stuff.
Mhm. All right. I want to do comedy like you.
Yeah.
Pretty fun times.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for coming and joining our chat. We are going to roll out. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. There's 437 of you in here right now and only 225 thumbs up. Everyone smash that thumbs up button.
Smash it.
I think it means something good. It'll help this video or something for whatever reason. But if you enjoyed hanging out with us, hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate you guys. We're going to try to do more of these. It seems like everyone liked it, so we're going to probably do more of these. And yeah. Anything else? No?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try to get more long form videos coming again soon. It's just been a very busy time with the tour, but
and life is a little wild.
It has been. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon. Just send it with the ducks, 79%.